welcome back to Desert Smoke Reviews. I'm Wyatt.
Justin.
And Monty.
Today we're smoking the Hair of the Dog by Diesel. This is a really nice, I don't know, Toro-sized cigar?
Robusto.
Robusto? Okay, this is Robusto. You know, we smoked quite a few of the Diesels before and we've really enjoyed them, so hopefully this one keeps with that tradition. Pretty firm pack all the way through. Maybe one or two little spongy areas, but especially at the foot, it's very, very firm. Yeah, seams and stems are visible, but other than that, it just looks like a really, really good stick. On the aromas, not much for me on the wrapper. Maybe a little bit of cedar, but for the most part, just kind of a straight tobacco, none on the foot. And not too much to change. Maybe a little bit of like musky earth. Other than that, Justin?
Yeah, it's a beautiful little Robusto. Nice medium brown. One major vein, but I don't think it'll be an issue. Things are done well. I agree. It's a very firm pack for me as well. A little worried about the draw. Off the wrapper, I agree. I don't get much of anything. Maybe some just general tobacco. The foot, though, I agree with Wyatt in the sense I get like a very musky earth, kind of a wet earth coming off the foot, which is very, very nice. But yeah, it looks very, very good.
Not much different to say from what the other guys said. It is pretty firm, very firm at the foot. A couple of what I would consider minor veins. The seams on mine are excellent. You can barely even, I had to look to really find one. Not much on the aromas. I did get a little bit of earthiness on the foot, but really other than that, that's about it. So we'll see.
Get cut up, lit up, see how it goes. One thing, almost all the Diesels we've had have been the really big, 60 ring gauge or better. This is our first Robusto. Right? It's like a smaller.
As I remember, they all kind of smell the same too.
Yeah. I just remember that Diesel Unlimited Shorty. That one has a very nice, like, savory salt and pepper seasoned steak taste to it.
It's a really dry, peppery earth to it. And so far, that's about it. Very, very peppery, and the finish on the Retro Hill.
Really, I get the faintest hit of the pepper. I mean,
Really
just
peppery.
really lightly faint.
Took me a while to get it lit, but yeah, I get a very, very faint pepper. I'm really surprising. Almost every other Diesel I've had has got that big hit of pepper, very full-bodied in your face, and I'm not really getting that on the Hair of the Dog.
I get like just some dry earthiness, really.
I get like a nice core earthy flavor, but it's not really in your face. I would say it's like a mild to medium in body for me. I was not expecting that. The finish is not super long, but relatively long for me. I can still get that kind of musky earth to it. So it's not a bad start at all. Well, let's get into the first third, see how it goes.
Well, we're about 10 minutes into this Diesel Hair of the Dog. Still keeping par for the course. I gotta say the finish isn't lasting very long for me on this cigar, and that's sort of a problem. But the flavors are really good. You know, construction has been great. We had a little bit of wind at the beginning, but it looks like it's mostly died down now. So the burn's been pretty much razor sharp. No touch up so far, and the finish. I'm still getting mostly just kind of that musky tobacco type of flavor, but impossible to see the future is. Maybe I'll really, really end up enjoying this cigar. Maybe I won't. So, who's the more foolish, the fool who follows him?
Wyatt, he's as clumsy as he is stupid. This cigar, you gotta stay on target. It is just, I'm really enjoying it. It's medium in body. I expected it to be more full bodied, but it's not bad. Strength still right there with medium as well. The flavors are just really good for me. I really like that nice kind of musky, wet earth. The pepper started to build up for me now. It's kind of sitting on the back of my tongue as going to that finish. My finish isn't that short. It's not super long, but it's a decent finish. Really nice cigar.
Yeah, off to a really nice start. That burn's been really good. Definitely the short finish we were talking about. No construction issues whatsoever, no cracks or anything. I'm getting just tobacco and maybe a little earthiness, no real strong flavors of any type so far. I was thinking about what Wyatt and Justin was saying, and especially Wyatt. He does have his moments. Not many, but he does have them.
Well, let's get into the first third. See how, or I should say, let's get into the second third, approaching the point. See how it goes.
That's all you could. Well, we're about halfway through this Diesel Hair of the Dog. Still an excellent burn. Really, really razor sharp. You know, ash is falling off in solid points. It's not really an exceptional cigar to me, though. I mean, there isn't any real flavor that's jumping out and saying, you know, here I am. For me, this would be sort of like a maybe after lunch type of cigar, an afternoon type of cigar, just to light up and smoke something when you got a couple hours to kill. But I just haven't really been too impressed. Regardless, it is good though. Like I said, can't double feature. In the last little, update, the guys here were a little bit harsh to me, and really the only thing that I can say to that is good. I can feel your anger. I am defenseless. So take your weapon, strike me down, while your hatred and your journey toward the dark side will be complete.
Very nice. Yeah, this cigar is, it's decent. I did have a slight cigar malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're all fine. Thanks. But it's just kind of here and there for me. It's keeping par for the course, nothing exceptional. Maybe it's the malfunction.
Wyatt, only your hatred can destroy me. On the other hand, the wind is wreaking havoc with this cigar. It had been burning really, really nice, and it's kind of gotten rough. I'm going to have to touch it up probably. But nothing has changed for me, man. The finish is really short. There's not a whole lot of flavor to this cigar. It's nice and really smooth. That's something I can say about it, but I'm really hoping that this thing gets a little more complex and fix it up in the second half.
Well, let's get into the second half. Approach the nut point. See how it goes.
Well, we're at the last third of this Hair of the Dog. Pretty good so far. Pretty good cigar, but I don't know. There wasn't anything that really jumped out at me with this particular cigar, which is a shame because we've really liked all the other diesels that we've had, and I was hoping that this one wouldn't be any different. But it's certainly a good cigar for me. I didn't have any burn issues. Never touched it up once. Never any construction issues. Tastes were one note all the way through, just kind of a tobacco, a little bit of pepper, and that's really about it for me. But like I said, great construction, good taste. So I'd say this one is definitely something I'd want to smoke like in the afternoon. If I got lunch break or whatever, this would be a good cigar for that. Not a golf course stick because it is a little bit heavy, and the flavors are good and they warrant your attention. So, but I say this isn't a good cigar to end your day with. It might be a good chaser cigar, because we had one before this and it did all right with that. So if you smoke a real heavy stick and you want to smoke something a little bit lighter afterwards, this one might be good for that. But when we looked this up, I kept thinking that it looked really, really good, and I was expecting a lot out of it. But your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 6.5.
Monty, we need to shut him up or shut him down. But overall, yeah, I agree with Wyatt. It's a good all-around cigar, but it's nothing that's going to wow you. Always kind of very simple flavors. I expected with Diesel full-bodied, in-your-face, and this never really presented that. It might have been the size. We did have a little short Robusto, but it's just kind of a par for the course. Medium in body, medium in strength. I'd definitely smoke it again. I might try a different size, see if that does any better. But it's good. If I was going to rate it, I would give it around a 6.5. It's not something that I'm going to be rushing out to smoke, but if it's there for the right price, I'd definitely give it a shot.
I agree. It's nothing superlative. It's nothing overwhelming. The flavor's gotten a little stronger towards the end here, but again, nothing superlative. The burn is it's been very good consistently. Good draw, good smoke production, but as far as flavors, it's not really there. Something that's really telling is we're sitting here doing these cigar reviews and we're talking in between, and I knew I was smoking a cigar, but it wasn't monumental at all, you know. And sometimes just sitting here talking with the guys, you forget about the cigars. And these are good guys. I mean, good relations with these Wookiees I do have, but they kind of make me forget the cigar sometimes. So, a forgettable cigar, a 6.5 also.
Well, in conclusion, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. But until next time, may the force be with you.